So she's going to be with us shortly. Here we go. She's here. Yeah. Hallelujah.
You can scold me later.
Yeah, girl, we need to talk. No, you know what? I've actually gave you a call, and I know that you are very busy, and I said, thank you for waiting. So I've been talking right now for about 10 minutes. Oh, I'm so glad you're here.
I'm so glad I'm here too. I was on time technically because I walked in the door straight from church. It was a last minute thing, but you know how this Google stuff is. I never even saw this interface. I'm like, help me! But I'm glad I'm here.
That's fantastic. Thank you so much. So, what I was saying is, again, everybody, welcome and thank you so much for being here and standing with me, waiting and listening to me rambling. I think it was quite good, actually. And this is what I wanted to say. Again, welcome, and we are the Mastermind Fever team. And what we do every Monday, we host a hangout with people within the Mastermind Fever team to challenge them to become leaders, to take responsibility, to host hangouts, and then to start hosting their own hangouts. And what we do as well, we are helping people to find a mastermind partner, somebody to work with. Believe me, these few days I've been a bit crazy in my mind, and having a mastermind partner, somebody you can share ideas and thoughts, is really helpful to help you move to the next level and go a step further in your business. So this is what we do. We host hangouts and we help people to find a mastermind partner. Later on, I will send you some information if you want to know more about how to market online, because I know we've wasted quite a bit of time right now, so I don't want to hold you too much. But this evening, we've got a wonderful lady. Her name is Laura. I met Laura.
Hyson.
Yeah, Hyson. I think I said Hyson, and initially it was Hinson.
Yeah, it's always different.
I really wanted to ask you how to say your name, so thank you. And Laura is such a vibrant woman. She's full of life, energy, and she's beautiful. I mean, what else can you ask for?
Thank you.
You are welcome. I was reading a tagline, and I love it. It says, turn your passion into profit with bold branding and modern marketing. And this evening, she's going to show you how she liaises with small businesses and how she's making an extra income. And these are a bragging rights. Mommy of three, awesome and boldly bright children, Harley, Carly, and Brody. She's a Jesus freak, and and complete supporter of the underdog. Ooh, ooh, ooh. And I do what I love, and I love what I do. So this is Laura on the plate. When I said she is vibrant, she is vibrant. So without further ado, Laura, the floor is now yours to tell us about what you do and to start the presentation about how to work with small businesses.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for that introduction. That was awesome. And thank God I updated that recently, because that would have been so important with branding. I would have so been breaking my own rules. So thank you so much for having me. I'm excited to share this information with you all. But the first thing I do want to say is exactly what Aurora said. The mastermind partner thing, it's so important, and I do urge you to utilize whoever you have, and if you don't have one, get in the group and find someone, because after this, right after this, I have to go on a live. We have a course training, a partner, and it's not an all-around partner, it's just a partner with this one project, and accountability with people, and it's just so important. I couldn't be vibrant, quote unquote, if I was isolated all to myself. And I know we can all do that on the computer in this industry. So yeah, the partner thing is so important for the vitality of your business and for growing your business. So transitioning into what we're going to talk about, that is how I started online working with offline businesses, and I'm still doing it. And as a matter of fact, it's starting to account for a large percentage of my income. So I'm going to share the screen, and that is where I will tell you a couple things about myself just so that it fits into this picture. But I know if you're an online marketer, most of us are into lead generation and building our businesses and building our own teams and residual income. And so hearing about working with offline businesses, that's like, no thanks, that's not something I want to do. If you are that person, I still urge you to listen, because I was that person. And I think you will be surprised. And please, so I'm sharing my screen. You got to let me know if you could see it.
Right now I can just see myself, and now we can see your screen. Oh, by the way, people, please start taking some notes. You know, if there is anything you want more details about, please write it down, and Laura will be sharing some information, more information with you.
Alrighty. Okay, cool. From the beginning. We good?
Yes, we are. We can see your presentation right now.
Okay, there's not a lot of pictures in here. As a matter of fact, there's a lot of text, and just because I like to, this is such a concept. I could just teach on this for days and days and days and product after product. So this is just for you to really grasp the main, wow, yeah, I could do this right now with the knowledge that I have. So this picture, idea, plan, and action, that's basically everything. That's all it comes down to. And that's what I'm going to show you. An idea, kind of a plan, and then it's up to you to take some action on this. Every one of you watching can do this. So that's what this says. Offline business for online marketers. This is another stream of income right under your nose. What you're going to learn, it's going to be basically, why would you want to work with small businesses, how to take what you know right now and get paid for it, because I know a lot of you guys are going to think, well, I have to do a bunch of other stuff before I can take action on this. That's not the case. How to strategically add this income stream to your current business without confusing people about what you do. That's a big deal. Which small businesses are the best to target? Where should you start if you're going to go take this stuff and implement it? And what results will these businesses expect from you, as well as how do you find them? How do you contact them to even get them to expect something from you? And then what can you expect from them? What will you earn? And last but not least, but most importantly for those of us online, is this scalable on like the online world? We are attracted to this stuff so much because we can be in so many different places at one time on the internet. So I'm going to tell you a little bit about how this is or is not scalable. We'll see at the end. So who am I? Why do you care? This is a lot of text, but I just put this here for me to go off of. We're going to keep it really short about myself because that's not really what this is all about. But it's important for you to take note that no matter what you're doing in your life right now, no matter what you've done in your life, a lot of us come online, and since it's so foreign, we leave all of our confidence and all of our life experience over in a box in the corner somewhere, and we be the new guy on the corner, and we don't have confidence. So I urge you, use your confidence with all of the life experience you've had and plug it into this. It's possible. I was a paralegal to a defense attorney, aka we were always wrong. So I did a lot of minutia paperwork and stuff. But the cool part about this was I got to profile and analyze the jury, mainly for the purpose of closing arguments. So I got to draw these cool graphs in 12 circles, basically, and I got to school my attorney on the demographics. I had to do research. But basically, at the end of the day, I got to tell her who she needed to talk to, who she needed to connect with, and how, based on the research. And also, were they liking us or not? Because really, when you think about that, that's all marketing, that's all selling is about. It's about the emotion, the connection, and then getting people to feel what you need them to feel so that you get them to do what you need them to do. That's not a bad thing. It's all in your intention. So that was one really cool thing that I would never think served me in marketing, but it does. Cosmetology. I was so sick of the minutia. I did specialize in chemical treatments and formulation because I'm a brainiac, but I have to be creative all over the place, and I can't be suffocated. So that is why I went into the cosmetology field. And then from there, I ended up doing PR, direct marketing, all offline stuff. I was working independently for an advertising agency in my local Pittsburgh area. This is how I've been carried into what I do. I met the woman that owned the advertising agency when I worked in a spa. And she said, "Oh my goodness, you know so much." Well, just because I read for fun. She gave me a career, literally, on the spot, and started just forking clients over to me, and I had no clue what I was doing. So I just kind of relied on Google and faking it till I make it kind of thing, which I hate that. I don't know why I said that. But that's what happened. And that's how I'm here now, and that's probably why I had the little bit of confidence to know that I can do this with small businesses. Otherwise, I would have resisted it. But at the end of the day, working from home is great. When I heard about this home business thing, I ran for that. I put everything kind of away for a little bit, and I ran for my home business. I had success offline, but I plateaued. So here we are now, all together. Looking online, I wanted to learn how to make more because I really just couldn't with the offline efforts. So I learned. I continued to service a little bit of clients. I had a hard time distinguishing my many roles, okay, because I am just all over the place and in a strategic way now, but it wasn't the case. And I didn't know how to portray myself and who I was in all my many hats to the public. Okay, so this is very important. I learned the most important thing thus far, ever, in this whole venture. And it's your brand is your most valuable asset. This is an intangible thing. It's not 1 + 1 = 2. That's why people resist it and they don't really care to play around with it because it's really hard to define. But basically, your brand is largely made up of your beliefs, your values, and your authentic identity. There's a whole heck of a lot in there. But what's really important for you to grasp is that your brand is not your Facebook header or your background image or your fancy tagline. It's a part of it. Your brand is so much more. And that's how come I can do a ton of different things because my brand is me. And so it all makes sense. But it does matter how you portray it to the public. Now, the number one reason people join the 98% of people not making money online in the home business arena or online in general is really because it's a lack of a brand. Because what your brand gives you, write this down, brand equals clarity. And if you have clarity, you know what to do. So therefore you do it. And therefore you make money. Now this little logo over here, this is Ideally Media. This is just what I have been able to create from doing the stuff that I'm going to share with you. A partner and I, a mastermind partner, we have decided to go full on throughout this whole process and doing all the online marketing, team building, and other things that we've done. We have been closing clients, getting tons of contracts, and we just put together everything that we knew and said, hey, here's our media company, and we can offer it not just to businesses, to other online marketers, to other people. The more you learn, the more you can earn because the more you can offer people. It's really that simple, and you don't need a brick and mortar business to do it. So anyways, I just say I'm an internet marketer. Really, I specialize in brand building and marketing psychology. What does that mean? That means I can just do anything, really, because if I know what I'm doing, why I'm doing it, and how I'm going to do it, it's just a matter of mechanics, and that's it. So, last thing here, when you brand yourself independently as you, separate from your profit centers, under the You Inc. category, freedom to change and grow. Oh, you have freedom to change and grow because we all do. We really can. And I'll tell you a little bit more about that in a second, but just grasp that. I know we talk about You Inc. all the time in this space, but nobody turns around and creates their brand and owns You Inc. You need to own it. You're not this next system or this next product. You are You Inc. Now, why small businesses? Well, Very simply, why are you online? Think about that for a second. You're trying to set your own hours. You want to create your own paycheck. You want to be a business owner. Hopefully, you want to be a business owner and not just a, a one-hit wonder, grab a couple commissions and that's it. Because this is really for business owner mentality type of people. And this is, oh, you wanted the power of reaching critical mass. That's just basically reaching everybody everywhere in the world, and a whole heck of a lot of them. And scalability. That's a big deal. Whether you realize it or not, you eventually will. An online business can usually be scaled infinitely. That just means grow. Okay, and it just makes sense, right? Good point. Leverage. The internet's all about leverage. 98% of people fail to make an income with online marketing, and really it goes back to the branding. But if you find something that you can do that gives you profit, that is what will fuel your business. So don't think of this as something that you have to unmarry what you're doing right now. You can make a higher profit without spending much right now, and that's what this is about. There's no auto ships involved or anything like that, or upfront investments or anything. It's really literally you taking what you know and just applying it. Small businesses need you. Now, this is something that you should know for yourself probably, but this was even startling to me, and I do this kind of stuff. This is just a little survey from LinkedIn. It says 80% of small business owners are turning to social media platforms to generate revenue and find new customers. And the time and money spent on social media marketing may be paying off. This was conducted in 2013, and it says hyper growth. Okay, these businesses are experiencing significant revenue growth over the last year, and they're spending more than their slower growing peers. That means people that are spending on paying people to do social media marketing, which is everything online, any one of the platforms you think of. Those are the ones growing. 73% of high-performing small businesses say they increased their spending on social media and social ads in the last year, and as a result, they're growing. Now, don't get upset. Don't get worried if you don't know how to run ads. You start from where you're at and you build upon that, because everybody's looking for anything that you know regarding this topic. So this says the fast-growing small business report social media to be an effective marketing tool. You think? Most people don't know. I dare you to go walk down the street, stop in 10 mom and pop stores. I would be very surprised if more than one of those people had an online presence, and I would probably drop over if, more than one of them. I'd drop over if they are paying someone to specifically manage their online presence. And all that means for us is that there's opportunity, and they don't want to feel left behind because they're going to be, and that is your perfect chance right now at this time to sneak on in there, and you might land the one contract that you never have to work again. You never know. So it says 9 out of 10 say their social media efforts help maintain a company presence and identity, while 82% say they help generate new leads. Okay? You show a small business owner that other business owners are saying 82% of these platforms are 82% out of small businesses. That's what the number's for there. These platforms are generating new leads for them. That's all businesses need. That's what you need. That's what I need. We all say finding new customers is our #1 challenge. So if you can go say, hey, you have a problem, I have a solution, now pay me for it. It's that simple. That's what we want. So how do you do it? Will it interfere with what you're doing now? I don't know what's going on here, but they should have been popping up one at a time. So basically, if you can set up social media profile pages, you're in. If you understand how to interact with people, you're in. That doesn't mean, this isn't just about social media, because we run media buying. We can do PPV type of advertising that we do for clients. But as a general ground to stand on that most of us, we do our Facebook and our tweeting, anybody can start there. You just have to remember, it's not a promotional channel. It's not about shooting out promotions all day. So we start off with the 90-10 or 80-20 rule. For every 8 normal posts, interaction, then you have 2 promotional posts. Companies have a hard time understanding that you're not supposed to just scream on these social media outlets. I don't have to go into that with you guys. You're marketers, and you know that people don't want to be pitched at. They want to be joined in the conversation. They want you to step down a few notches and just join them and be normal. That right there, that's a couple $100 worth of consulting to illustrate that to a customer, as a client, a business. And so I know each and every one of you have a good couple $1,000s worth of contracts stored away in your mind right now. So your brand, I know a lot of us are online marketers, coaches, trainers, whatever, any of that kind of stuff. It should highlight you and celebrate you and all that you do. It shouldn't say, you know, Aurora Jones, the shaky shake girl or something. You know, I'm the super shake girl, milkshakes. It should be exactly what Aurora, I know she has. Her branding is solid. I've checked it out. She's good. She got her pictures, she got her colors, and she, more importantly, follows up with what she says she's going to do and what she claims to be. You can check her out in any one of her content, on any one of these platforms out here, and she is consistently and congruently being what she portrays herself to be. So you don't have to worry about being married into one little type of role. You can just be you and celebrate what you do. If you use your MLM to brand yourself, or other spammy tactics like the YouTubers, like, hey, here's a video, you should watch it and join my company. That is what the business world frowns upon. This is not, what did I put here? Oh, this would be a great time to stop doing that. I recommend reevaluating your marketing methods. I mean, we all start there, and it's okay if you're doing that. You're actually luckier than the next guy, because now is the time to realize that is not real marketing. It's not real business. I always say I want to put the work back in work from home, because we do have to take it seriously. Even though we can be in our jammies, we still have to adhere to common business principles. So, all right, get started closing contracts now. Very simple. Find a friend or a local business that will allow you to give them a free service or project. Don't do this too often. Don't go crazy old free Sally all the time. I don't even really give free consults at this point. I don't have to, and I know a lot of people do. If you don't have to, you don't have to. But to start off with one friend, I know someone, she had an in-house, not a vet, she wasn't an in-house vet, she was a groomer. And I just put together a little Facebook page to her. Now, understand this. We forget as marketers, okay, that getting a couple likes for someone else is phenomenal. And that is what happened. I put a nice graphic up on her page, which I did make it, but you can outsource it really easily. And I gave her a couple likes, and she was in tears, literally. Bam, that's a testimonial right there. Social proof for you to show other companies. You don't have to have a website. You don't have to have even a business card, really. When you show someone else proof that you did this for someone else, that's it. It's a done deal. And I have had it happen just like that for me without any other proof. So basically, that's what I mean. Very simply, you can outsource these graphics, you can get likes for people, run ads, create funnels, generate leads, integrate an offer on their fan page, Twitter ads, create a web page. Do whatever you do, whatever you're competent at, just do it. Don't overthink it, and don't try to learn. Like, literally, do not learn anything. Just go do what I'm telling you to do, and then you'll learn along the way. You get a result, you get a testimony, and voila, that's your social proof to go on, approach people for payment, and that is how you continue to get paid more and more over time. So, I'm trying. Okay. So who do you approach? Obviously, we had a pharmacy for a client one time, and he just had a real hard time understanding, what is my return on investment? What are these Facebook page likes? I don't care about these things. I don't even know what the heck a like is. So it's really important that you have conversations up front. Okay, consult. You set expectations. If you're building teams, you should be doing that as well. You should not, I know there's a lot of people out there that coerce you into signing up into something by portraying themselves as the next coming. You know, your life is going to be complete as soon as you join my team, and all your worries will be gone. That's not reality. We're professionals. There are value propositions, okay? You're going to get something out of this, and you're going to pay me. That's how that something has to be defined, and it can be as little as likes. Just make sure they understand. So, great candidates for this would be realtors. They understand us. They understand where we're coming from. So do insurance agents. They just want to get in front of people. Hair salons and other spas and specialty stores that offer discounts. And that could be any place, really. Think about a coupon. You can create a very basic ad, even on Twitter. It's so simple. I don't even think you need capture pages or any kind of anything outside of Twitter to create an ad there now. And you can target their market, their customers, their local location, okay? And then you show them the physical result. And sorry, my children are outside screaming, and I thought you guys could hear. So basically, you create an ad that runs to a coupon. And how does that translate to the business? When you bring new human people in the door, and they have that coupon, or they tell you, hey, I saw this on Facebook, you have now just transitioned into a savior to these offline businesses. And I really keep trying to illustrate to you guys, we take for granted what we know and what we do. Just because you can't do it for yourself doesn't mean you can't do it for someone else. And I know people say that, you know, quite the opposite. You have to have success for yourself first. But let me tell you, when I came online to do this, I was successful helping other small businesses on a much smaller scale at first. I couldn't get traction to save my life at first. I couldn't even tell you what I was supposed to do from day to day. And it's because these brands are already established. They already have their products. They know who they are. All you got to do is kind of figure out their tone, you know, who they need to target. That's the problem. That's why I say branding is that barrier between making money or not, because we just try to go and tell everyone about everything and hold our breath for a commission. So that's very important. If you're not having success for yourself, it's absolutely likely that you still can have success for someone else, and then create your success from that. So how do you target these people? I personally like to run ads. It's the microwave society we live in. It's quick, but you can walk in, hand people a card, and voila. It's not like handing people information or presentations like in the online world. These businesses are hurting. They're constantly looking at their metrics, hopefully, and they're constantly looking how to increase the bottom line. And this is absolutely something that can do that for sure. Offer free consults. What do they have to lose? If they're desperate, chances are you really don't even want them, you know, because they might not be able to pay you, and that's very important. We're not in the business of charity. I like to say I want to make a lot of money so that I can create all my own and then donate to charity, but you can't do charity up front because then the charity's going to have to donate to you. So definitely get paid first. Offer free online evaluations or send a video. This is very cool. SEO guys, if you're good at SEO and you know how to get someone ranked on Google, then find a business. Pick a keyword that is relevant to them. Send them a video of the process. Hey, by the way, you're not ranking on Google. This word gets 500 searches a month, and then, you know, break it down. If only half of those people came on your page, that's 250 people on your page. And if only 10% of them, whatever, I'm not a numbers person. I do metrics all the time, but I definitely use the calculator. So if I told you that you can get 2 new customers a month, that might not do a darn thing for you as an online marketer in the world of numbers all the time. But an offline business, prove it. Really, oh my goodness, they'll be so excited. So this is very powerful. But really, guys, the options are endless. You can even send a video if you're not SEO, okay? But branding has to be in place correctly, and you don't have to get all crazy about that. Branding just really means clarity, who you are, and how people perceive you, okay? So note, these people will be more receptive to you, to what you are offering, than the people in our niche. I know I mentioned that before, but this is not as hard as what we really do online. This allows for working capital so you can build the other profit streams. And one more quick note, which is really fun. When you start running ads for people, your budget I had a shoestring budget when I started running ads, and I got sign-ups from advertising. You get to play with other people's money and see what works, and you get to test things on their accounts while you're being paid to do it. And then you turn around, you already know what to do. That's really cool, and that's something I enjoy, and I talk about it often. And it's not a bad thing. You're continually testing forever. Okay, so what will they expect from you? It's so scary to step behind the cash register no matter what you're doing and tell someone, hey, you have to pay me. So what will they really expect from you? And then what will you expect to get from them in return? What will you earn? Well, they want results like the rest of us, really. That's all we really want at the end of the day. I know I have big visions and goals and very defined things that I'm going to do to change the world, but if I don't get a result to fund all these wonderful dreams and plans, I'm not really going to get very far. So the key here is many businesses just want a presence. That's it. You and I don't really understand that. Like, what the heck do you mean? I post on Facebook all day. I have one heck of a presence. I don't want that. Right? But it's so important because, remember, they have this business structure in place already. So they know that 85% of the battle is keeping the people. Guys, it's much more easier to keep the customers you have, spending more, and retaining your customers than it is to go out there and acquire one. It's so much easier to build community, and as a matter of fact, it's very important to build community, because when I thought I was really cool learning advertising and I started to get some leads, some sales, I was excited, right? And I'll just do that all day and I'll be rich forever. Nope, that is not the case, and it's a sad reality that many people never even get to understand because they never get to that point. When you generate sales and leads and all that good stuff, if you don't have a solid brand in place to keep them there, to make them care, they'll just run off to the next shiny thing. I've had people love me for a week and then run off, and I had to take a look at that. You've got to provide community. What the Mastermind Fever does is just amazing. It gives people a place to feel good. It gives people a place to push them, okay, to do more and be more, but it also gives the people that aren't quite ready yet to do a darn thing, gives them a place to be comfortable and stick around. And really, that's very important and strategic. And people do it intuitively, but you need to start doing that on purpose. Build yourself a brand where people care. So how are you going to build a brand for these online people, network marketers maybe, and then build a brand for these businesses so that they care about you? Guys, it's really simple. It's a matter of maybe YouTube videos, but more importantly, a couple different newsletters. Send out something once a week. To businesses, business-centric. Tell them all the cool statistics about social media or whatever it is that you'd like to upsell them on next. I mean, really, that's what it comes down to. And do it in a loving way, engage and all that cool stuff with them. But just know, guys, once you start getting leads and sales, it doesn't matter unless you have that solid reason to keep people around. All right, sidebar. I'm off the sidebar now. Coupon. That's very simple. I already told you guys. This is a result. This is something that they could either hold in their hand, and all it comes down to is someone saying, hey, I saw this on Facebook. Again, you will be the authority right there. Anytime someone says, oh, you did such a good job for me, or wow, that was really cool, say, hey, can I grab a testimonial on that real quick testimony. Get testimonies all the time. Create a folder for yourself. Call it social proof, and start gathering testimony like nobody's business so that you can fuel your process forward no matter what it is you're doing. All right, more likes is amazing to them. Likes really means nothing to me, and I know when I see someone that gets, that just puts a lot of weight on Facebook likes, that means that they haven't quite grasped the marketing concepts yet, because, I mean, let's get honest, you can go buy likes today. That doesn't mean you're profitable, successful, or influential. Engagement on a fan page is huge to these small businesses, and it's very important. You will be playing an important role by helping them have that engagement, because that's the kind of thing that really needs to happen at their level. But for some people like me, I focus on page strategies and a couple other things. Facebook isn't really my primary method when it comes to engagement. There's a lot to be said about, oh, well, there's a lot of people interacting on that fan page. Heck yeah, that is awesome. But if they didn't get lead sales or sign-ups from that, that really doesn't mean much, and it's a very small part of the social proof pie. So take note of that. All right, run ads, generate leads, create email series. What it comes down to, I say that way too much. All right, so what it comes down to is make sure
You're a bit crazy, Laura. I love that.
I am crazy, I know. They told me that at church tonight too. I guess I'll take it. So as long as you can identify the results and show them on paper, they're happy. There are very cool, and I'm going to publish a resources page and stuff because more people are interested in this now than ever, since I've really been helping some people with it. You need the resources and tools, and I'm not talking about selling you anything at all. Really, there's platforms out there that you can go and do what you do for a week or two on social media for a client, and then you can generate a detailed report that makes you look like the king of analytics or the queen of metrics. And you're not. You just pushed a button and you gave it to them. As long as they see a breakdown that makes sense on their ROI, return on investment, then it makes sense. And it's not always monetary. So sometimes it's influence. You can't measure that in numbers. You and I might not understand it. I do. You will. But it doesn't matter because businesses know that influence equals sales. So, your earnings, they're up to you. They always are, and I hate that answer. I truly do. It depends on the service. It really, truly does. But I think you'll be surprised that you can make more than what you think. A very basic website can be from $1,000 to $10,000. Sometimes you'll have a client, which I got this going on right now. You see the long-term just vision, and there's so much longevity, and there's so much marketing and services to be had and to be given to this client that you will do a dirt cheap website for around $2,000 or something and give them great customer service and great attention because you realize that they are going to keep you for a long time and they've got a lot of services that they need. It's just strategic. But so what I'm saying is you might close a $2,000 contract that might end up being a lifetime value of, it could be millions if you help them grow their business. You don't know. Social media can pay $1,000 or more a month just for managing a person's page. Literally, when I first got started, I was doing 4 posts a week on somebody's Facebook page for $100 a week. Okay? And I don't think they knew any better, but and neither did I. $100 for 4 posts. I could schedule those out in 5 minutes. That's $400 a month for 20 minutes of work, and it mattered to them. More realistically, if you're dealing with mom and pops, they're going to want to pay around that a month too, and that's just managing. That's not running ads or anything like that. That's posting and a couple posts a day for about $400 or so a month. Nothing less than that at all, because your time and your expertise is what costs money here. Ad management, that can reach about $1,000, $750 a month just to manage ads, and I'm not talking about the money they're going to spend on advertising. These are all very rough estimates, but you guys will be surprised how much less effort goes into profiting from this, from helping them grow their business, versus you growing yours. And for me, I wanted to be this marketing rock star. I don't want to be this. I don't want to do this. And you know what? I had to get humble. I had to realize what was going on. And I was being faced with going back to work. I was being faced with going to that one thing that I've been ranting and raving to the world that I don't do anymore. I got away from the man. And you know what? I put my money where my mouth was. I connected with people across the country. I convinced them to pay me, and I didn't have any proof at all. When you get excited about something and when you have a clear plan, it's a clear plan. That's what you need all the time. It happens. And from there, it just continued to grow, and now we are actually incorporating this company. We're going to give it a physical location. We're looking at some skyscrapers in Pittsburgh, my local area. We're going to have the company, the corporate headquarters up here, and it's going to be a massively successful business because my vision says so. So, your takeaways: be open-minded. Don't restrict yourself to one title or one thing. I remember when somebody told me that MLM was a very small, and this is a very important mentor in my life. I just love her. She told me that her MLM was a very small portion of her profits, her income centers. Very small. And that she actually had made money over here way more. And this one system we used, she made way more. And then I went to bed feeling like there was no Santa Claus that night, and I thought, wow, I thought my MLM, I'm all caught up in the hype and the glory and partying in your socks and all that stuff. I didn't realize that one income stream is bad no matter what it is. So please, don't limit yourself. It's a process we all have to go to, but you are you, Inc. Step into the role and own it. Own it. I don't care if you don't believe in yourself. Act like you do, and then you will. You are a professional marketer, and that means you can market professionally to anyone, online, offline. Just do a thing, okay? Because my path started, I could go back. I was a job jumper forever until I, figured out that I'm just unemployable. But this all started for me as a cosmetologist, really, doing something I never really wanted to do, and I ended up being in marketing. Just be humble and submit, because you're being developed into where you're going to go. So just do it. And also brand yourself beyond your graphics. Please, branding does not mean, again, your logo and all that stuff. It's a very important part of your brand structure, but graphics are a teeny-weeny part of branding. By strategically branding yourself, you can start to market to businesses for business. All you need now is a proposal and your knowledge. Literally, that's it. And that starts very simply by, don't go Googling. I spent hours creating these proposals for people I never even met yet. Guess what? What you're going to write on those proposals, excuse me, it's not going to be what they need. Have a conversation with someone. Ask them what they think their primary struggle is, because they don't care. I've tried to talk them into it. I've tried to tell them what their problem was, and they didn't want to hear it, and they didn't care. They think they know what their problem is, and you need to give them the solution to that problem. That's how you get in the door, and then you start really giving them solutions and uncovering what their actual problems are. So that's it. Then after that conversation, you create that proposal, you put some prices on that bad boy, and you do not second guess yourself, because I have undercut myself for the sake of self-limiting beliefs. And I'll tell you what, I've lost definitely thousands of dollars from doubting myself. Do not do that. Scalability. This is the last thing, and I know everyone that's online wants to know, well, this isn't very scalable. I want to automate the whole process and live on the beach. Well, good for you. Guess what? You get more clients, you just get more workers. I have an awesome team. My one guy, he's in the Philippines, and I just love him, and I just want to, I'm helping him be the most magnificent marketer. He wants to be the best marketer online, and that's how I work with my people. I'm just a part of the team with them, and stuff just gets done. We're a fly-by-night. We're always on the brink of something else and finishing up something else. You guys can scale infinitely. This is not, let me make that clear, this is not my main business model. I am. And so when I see an opportunity to use my knowledge to profit from my passion, I definitely do that, because I'm very active in other realms that are completely outside of network marketing and have a lot to do with personal development and things like that. So own you, own what you're awesome at, which is being you. So define that and profit from that. And that's all. Happy marketing.
Woo! Who is excited this evening? I need to use that quickly. Let me find it. It came a bit. Come on, Google effects.
I feel like I was screaming the whole time. I can hear my kids outside, so I'm like screaming.
Oh, I can't find it. Listen, you know what? You were absolutely fantastic. And it's just so funny. Okay, I've got it. Don't laugh, it's a bit late.
Thank you.
Let's be crazy. I wanted to have a crown as well this evening, so let's do it. I'm going to this one. Here we go.
Those tools are so underused. Thank you.
Yeah, I just love them. I really wanted to thank you because for the past month and a half, it's really what has been in my heart and in my mind to simply work with small local businesses because I just sense that even if network marketing is great, actually top tier products is even better. But it seems that we learn so much about how to do this and how to do that, that you can feel overwhelmed sometimes and you seem to be swimming in the same pond as everybody else, or at least like a big market, when actually there are people next to you. You open your door, you cross the street, you find some shops, and those people are desperate to find new customers. And guess what? We spend so much time making videos or using YouTube or learning about PPV and so on, when actually they are physical human beings next to you who need your help and it would gladly pay you $100, $200, $1,000, $2,000, which is absolutely awesome. And it makes you feel good because you know that you are helping small businesses, you are creating a small income to then help you do whatever you want to do. You know, if you need to upscale your own marketing and have a team of outsourcers, etc., doing what you need to do, that's what's awesome. I'm just very, very, very excited, and I really wanted to thank you for being here tonight.
Thank you. You know what? Let me say you hit it so on the head right there. What we do is glorious. It is such a good tool for anyone who can, for anyone who wants to do it. And I'm talking about online marketing, network marketing, all that fun stuff. But we found in our teams, people are struggling just to get ahead. So they had to drop off. I'm talking about real rock stars that were going to make it, but they couldn't afford to stay in the game. So that's when I said, you know what, I got these clients. I'd pay a couple of my team members to do some of this work for me. And then Patricia and I were talking, and we're like, let's put together this company. And we will start to train our team members to do the work so you can kind of earn while you learn, which is what you do when you have clients anyways. But and how cool is that? This is a tool to use for leverage. If you assemble something like this for yourself and you can secure a good amount of contracts, you can start offering your struggling MLM team and those people that you know that you can work with at that kind of level. You can offer them, hey, learn how to run Facebook ads. I'll pay you to do it, and then go do it and build your team and build mine at the same time. It's just win-win.
Three in one. It's not even two in one. It's 3 in 1.
Yeah. And I know we all know so much from sitting on this computer.
We know so much, and we don't even feel confident after that. So might as well do something about it. Great webinar indeed. Tell me, Heidi, do you want to come in? Do you want to come on the Hangout and say something? Francisco, do you want to come in? Oh, okay, you are laid down in bed. Okay, well, in the UK, it's nearly 2 o'clock in the morning. But Francisco is saying, thank you, Laura, you were awesome. Madison, you were wonderful. Absolutely, absolutely brilliant. Just tell them quickly where they can find you.
Can you hear me?
Or how can they get in contact with you?
Well, thank you guys so much. It's so awesome to hear that. A lot of people don't really like this kind of stuff, but you guys are wise. My website is being reconstructed right now. Reach out to me on Facebook. It's facebook.com/Laura Hyson helps. Because that's just what I do.
Absolutely excellent. Okay, so let me check something. Do you want to come in? Yeah, I've actually taken quite a few notes. Very good idea to create like to ask somebody to do a free project for them, and then you can have a testimonial. So if you don't know how to get started, that is a very good way of getting started, having a free um, you know doing some free work for someone.
Yes.
Providing a community is absolutely huge. I don't know if you've seen, but you've got many network marketing companies or many businesses. The reason why they are so successful, even if you think about Apple, for instance, they are so huge because not only the products are great. For the first time, I've got an iPhone this time, but they are offering such a huge community that you want to feel part of it. And when you do attraction marketing, you learn that you need to share value, people need to know you, like you, and trust you. The same thing applies for small businesses. They can't just be about, okay, well, here is my service, thank you very much, and goodbye. They need repeat customers. So by having this way of creating a community, like you've got a dentist and he's having, kind of how do we call that? A free day where you've got families coming with their kids, parents coming with their kids, and they actually are showing kids how to do it. I'm getting a bit tired, but how to get their teeth done and how to be not to be afraid, of going to the dentist. Just creating a sense of community is absolutely powerful.
Absolutely.
And another good thing was the coupon. That is a way actually to track that the people are coming from the ad, saying, add this ad on Facebook to come to your spa, for instance. So thank you very much for advertising on Facebook. So you know at least that it is working.
People hop on coupons all day, you know that.
Yeah. And offering a proposal and sharing your knowledge and having the right prices as well is a good thing. So now, a very quick question. How do you ask for the money? Did you have any fears when asking for the money, and how much would you charge?
Oh my gosh, yes, I definitely did. Even online, when I learned a thing that other people couldn't do, everyone just started asking me because I'm so friendly to everyone all the time. I don't play that posturing stuff at all. So they'd start just like, well, hey, how do you do this thing? Well, how do you make a custom audience? Well, I could send you the PDF of all the prices, but it's either that or you got to get this tool. Period. So as far as these businesses, what I did was, it was rocky at first. And as a matter of fact, I'll tell you one thing. I did a PR job. Okay, I had to get this publicity for this local event one time. And this person scheduled, I don't want to give too many details, she scheduled this thing. It was like not a big deal. Kind of like the dentist example. We use that. Okay, that's not like a huge city that's going to care so much about that it needs to be put in a paper, as opposed to a big marathon, like a big one, right after the Boston thing happened. Okay, so she was upset with me that I didn't get her in the paper, but she scheduled her little thing on the big marathon day, and it was between that. And so you know what I did? I told her, don't pay me for all my work. And my boss, who, she hired me. I was my own boss, and she had no effect. Me not taking money, it had no effect on her business. She was so angry for me as a professional. When you do work and they're not happy with the result, you did work, and this is not McDonald's, honey. You can't get a reduction here. You did the work. You get paid for your expertise. You did your best, and you weren't the event planner. That's their fault. She should take the money out of their pay to pay you. So that is a bad mistake. And you know what? There's no way to get over it. You're going to do it wrong.
Right.
In that proposal, it's not an estimate. Write a proposal like a persuasive piece. And then at the end, very simply, write what you're going to do in the cost. I'll put setting up the Facebook page and the banner, X amount. 3 posts a week, X amount. 30 minutes of responding to your customers on your page, X amount. The more specific, the better, but don't focus on the the services as much as the benefits to them. That's what's more important. Ask for the money. But you're going to mess up. You're going to mess up, and you only learn from that and feeling like, oh my God, I can't believe I just said that, did that.
Absolutely, absolutely. And I think the more people you find, the more confident you will be in terms of approaching customers, approaching businesses, and be more successful. I remember the first time I actually started making a video online. I think it took me something like 3 to 4 months to actually publish it, because I thought, what about this, and what about that, and what about that? Well, what about if the world, falls apart? Well, it is going to. It is already. But, there is just so many questions that you can ask yourself. When actually I had many videos where I had no makeup, my hair was like all over the place, and people were connecting with me because they saw a real person, a woman who was challenging herself and was making herself visible and public, thing that not many people would do. Probably after a week or two, well, that was all right. I tried, and now it's over. But when you carry on and you simply meet other human beings, I mean, it's absolutely fantastic. So I think we definitely underestimate what we know. I mean, I could probably write books on top of books. So truthfully communicating and liaising with small businesses, I believe, is definitely a very good way to generate an extra income. Absolutely.
Yeah, yeah, and it definitely builds your confidence. You can go to local networking events, and
Yeah.
you just go, you hang up, you talk, and that's where you get connections. You don't have to feel pressured to talk about business because you're not supposed to do it there. But I'll tell you what, everything I've ever done in my life, even though I was the underdog for most of my life, I've done well because I've given my all. When I came online right away, I did not do well, and I used to always say, this is so different for me. I'm not doing well at this no matter how many hours I put in or how many days I don't feed my family. I can't do it. When you do this and you get a little bit of success, just, I don't care if it's $100, it just gives you the confidence that you need to then get more success in all the other areas. So definitely try it, everyone.
Absolutely.
Hello.
I see that we've got a guest here. Hello, Gail. How are you doing?
I'm doing great.
Hi,
Okay.
Gail.
I see you as a panelist. You want to ask something?
No, I didn't know I was actually logging into this. I don't know what I was doing.
That makes 3 of us.
I just sent you. Am I the only guest here?
No, no, no. All the other ones are actually online. It's just that, at the beginning when we started, we had, let's say, some unexpected issues. So that's why I sent the link to join, but it is actually not the link to be part of the Hangout, but it's not a problem. If you want, actually, why were you interested about learning more about working with offline businesses? What interested you in that topic?
Well, there's lots of offline businesses out there, and I'm always open to learning new things.
Amen.
I sent a message just a few minutes ago to ask whether this webinar was going to be repeated tomorrow night, because the invitation that I got said Monday, June 2nd at 8 p.m. to Tuesday, June 3rd at 9 p.m.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't know. You know what? I'm actually using WebJam, and I think I got maybe overexcited and created different links. But it's actually, this event is for today, and then later on we will be sending the recording to the people who couldn't attend. So that's probably why. In other words, I'm not sure what I was doing.
So you did record it?
Yes.
You did the webinar and it was recorded?
well, it is live right now, and once
Right.
the broadcast is finished, the link is going to be available. So yeah,
So I'm being recorded.
yes, my friend, welcome,
Am,
Gail.
am I going to be on national TV?
Yeah, welcome to the
Yes,
party.
yeah. So I'm just checking quickly if there is, if somebody wanted to ask a question. We had Francisco, but it was a bit late. Madison, if you're here, if you want to come in, that would be wonderful. Oh, it's 2 a.m. for you as well, Francisco. Where do you live? Hey, may I have another friend in the UK? Okay, well, I think that is it for now. AD wanted to come, but she's actually on the phone right now, and she's saying powerful information. You were absolutely awesome. I can't wait one day to meet you because you are definitely a vibrant lady. And you know, it's funny because when you came after 8 p.m., I could feel you. I could feel like the intensity, like something is happening. She's moving somewhere. I could just feel somebody very active doing something. So I was like, I'm just going to wait. I'm slightly panicking right now, but I know she's coming. And that's just awesome. So you've got such a lovely heart, lovely spirit, great mind, great numbers in your head. You know what you want, and that is very good. And I'm very thankful that you did this webinar tonight because I will be starting as well. I mean, I've started, but I will be doing a bit more with small local businesses. So thank you
Awesome.
so much for being here. I don't know if you want to say something else again, Laura.
No, just thank you very much for letting me come here. Thanks for being so kind after I was fashionably late. And you guys rock. And I love this stuff. I light up when I talk about what I love. So,
Yeah, you're awesome. You're awesome. Okay,
and
well,
nice to meet you, Gail.
You as well. Where are you at?
I'm in Pittsburgh.
You're in Pittsburgh, and I think Aurora is in the
in the
UK.
UK, yes.
Yes.
Right.
Where are you?
So I'm in Alberta, Canada,
Yeah.
Awesome.
and I'm a Toronto Blue Jays fan.
Oh, I'm
So bad.
Canadian.
Does
I'm a
Pittsburgh,
Pittsburgh
what?
Steelers.
But that's football.
Oh, you're Canada, so you're talking about hockey, right?
No, I'm talking about baseball.
Oh, okay. We're the Pirates. Not so
Oh,
good.
that's right. Pittsburgh Pirates, of course.
So again, thank you so much for being here. And next week we are going to have a training on Craigslist. It is going to be a paid webinar where Angela is going to share with you everything from creating an account to posting an ad, what image to use when posting on Craigslist. It is going to be absolutely awesome because I know that people want to know as well about using Craigslist. Is going to be great. So remember to come to the event. I will send you more information. And again, thank you 1,000,000 times, Laura, for being here. And remember to connect with her on Facebook. So, Aurora Jones signing off. And guys, thank you very much for your time. Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye. Thank you.
If you can still hear me, just to clarify,